Today we will discuss about some problem related to Z parameter. In this problem, you have to calculate the Z12 and Z21. So how to calculate this parameter? We know that the equation of Z parameter is given by V1 is equal to Z11 into I1 plus Z12 into I2, and V2 is given by Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. This is the pair of equation using Z parameter of these two voltage V1 and V2. You have to calculate this Z12. If you want to calculate Z12, you have to open circuit this terminal. So open circuited the port 1. This port must be open circuited. That means I1 equals to 0. When I1 equals to 0, then Z12 is given by V1 by I2 when I1 equals to 0. Now if this I1 is 0, that means I1 is 0, then V1 is equals to given by I1 into Re, this is resistance, current multiplied by resistance gives this voltage V1. This current is 0, so 0 multiplied by Re must be equals to 0. So in this case we get the V1 is 0. So if I put this value on this equation, so Z12 is given by 0 divided by I2 must be equals to 0. So in this problem, the value of Z12 is given by 0. Now you have to find out Z21. So this is Z21. In this case, you have to open circuited this terminal. In this case, open circuited this terminal. So if you open circuited this terminal, that means open circuited port 2, that means I2 equals to 0. Then Z21 is given by V2 divided by I1 when I2 is 0. Now when this I2 is 0, then you have to calculate this voltage V2. But there is a current source beta into I1. This current will pass through this resistance R0 in this direction. So voltage V2 is given by minus beta I1 into R0. This is the V2. In this case, this current is 0. So only the current present in this circuit is beta I1 because I1 not 0. So beta I1, so this current will pass through this resistance R0. So voltage across this terminal will given by beta I1 into R0, but it negative because the direction of the current will opposite to calculation of voltage. Okay, so this is minus beta I1 R0. Now Z21 is given by, this is minus beta I1 R0 and this is I1. So I1 is cancel out, so minus beta I0 R0, not R, this is R0. So this is the value of Z21 and this is the value of Z12. So in this way you can solve this problem number 1. Now we will solve the problem number 2. In this problem 2, you have to find out the Z parameter, all the Z parameter, and you have to check is it reciprocal or not. Okay, so if I write the equation of voltage V1 and V2 in terms of Z parameter, it will be V1 equals to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2, and V2 is given by Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. This is equation 1. Suppose this is equation 2. Now if I take the KVL, this is loop number 1. So this is loop 1 and this is loop 2. This is loop 2. The current through this resistance 1 ohm is given by I1 plus I2. Okay, through this resistance the current is given by I1 plus I2. So if I take this KVL, so applying KVL at loop 1, we get this is voltage source, current dependent voltage source, this is plus minus, so it will be 2 into I1. The current through this resistance is I1, so plus I1 into 1, so I into R. This is plus, this is current I1 plus I2 into resistance 1, and this is minus V1 is equals to 0. Okay, so applying KVL at this loop we get this equation. So you can write that, or this is V1, so V1 is equals to, this is 1, 2 and 3, so it will be 3 I1 plus only I2. This is equation number suppose 3. This is 2, this is 3, this is 4, so it not be 3, it will be 4. Okay, now if I apply this by applying KVL at loop 2, in this loop you will get I2 into 1 plus I1 plus I2 into 1 minus V2 equals to 0. So or you can write that V2 is equals to, this is I2, this is I2 and this is I1, so I1 plus 2 I2, this is equation 4. So V2 is given by I1 plus 2 I2 and this is 4 I1 plus I2. Now you can compare these two equations. So comparing 1 and 3, you will get, this is Z11, so Z11 is given by 4, so Z11 is given by 4 and Z12 is given by 1, this is 1. Okay, now comparing comparing equation 2, this is 2 and this is 4. This is 2 and this is 4. Now we will get, this is Z21, so Z21 is given by 1, okay, this is 1, and Z22 is given by 2, this is 2. Now you have to check that is it reciprocal or not. So if Z12 is equals to Z21 then is equal to 1, so this circuit is reciprocal. But here Z11 not is equal to Z22, so Z22 is not is equal to Z11, so is not symmetrical, okay, symmetrical. So in this way you can solve this problem number 2. Now this is the last problem we will solve next. In this problem you have to find out the Z parameter, all the Z parameter, for Z parameter. Similarly you can write that E1 is given by Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2 and E2 is given by Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. This is the pair of equation for Z parameter. Now this is I1 and this is I2, suppose, okay. Now this is the loop 1, this is loop 1 and this is loop 2. So current through this branch is I1 plus I2. So it is similar to the problem number 2. So applying KVL at loop 1, we will get, this is I1 into 2 plus this is I1 plus I2, so this is I1 plus I2 into 4. So current into resistance, this is current into resistance, this is minus plus, so it will be minus 10 E1 minus E1 is equals to 0. This is plus, this is minus, okay. Now this is 11, so you can write that 11 E1 is equals to, this is 2 and 4, so it will be 6 I1 and this is 4 I2. So or E1 is given by 6 by 11 I1 plus 4 by 11 I2. So this is equation number 2. So you can, this is 1, this is 2 and this is 3, okay. Similarly if you apply KVL at loop 2, you will get this is I2. So the current through this 4 ohm resistance is I1 plus I2, so it will be I1 plus I2 into 4 minus 10 E1 minus E2 is equals to 0. So this is plus minus minus plus minus plus. So in this way you can write this KVL equation. Now, or this is E2 is equals to, this is 4I1 plus 4I2 minus the value of E1 is given by this. Okay, so if you put this value E1 in this equation, you will get, this is 10 and this is 6, so it will be 60 divided by 11 I1, and this will be also minus 40 divided by 11 into I2. So this and this will be calculated, that means 44, so it will be minus 16 by 11 I1, and in this case it will be 44 and 40, so it will be 4, so it will be 4 by 11 I2. This is equation suppose 4. So this is E2. So comparing 1 and 3, 1 and 3, we will get Z11 is equals to 6 by 11, 6 by 11. Z12 is given by 4 by 11, 4 by 11. Okay, and comparing 2 and 4, 2 and 4, we will get Z21 is given by minus 16 by 11, minus 16 by 11, and this is Z22 is given by 4 by 11, 4 by 11. This is the 4 Z parameter of this circuit. So in this way you can solve other